What if I told you that the clutter in your home is not a reflection of who you are, that the dishes in the sink don't mean you are lazy, and that pile of laundry does not mean you are falling behind? What if I told you it simply means you've lived a full life, you've had a busy day, you've loved and cared for others, and maybe, just maybe, it's time someone cared for you too? Because here is the truth, no one ever told you. You are not messy. You are not broken. You're not disorganized. You have simply never been shown a path that fits your real life, your energy, your season, your reality. For years, you've done your best. You've held things together. Maybe for your family, maybe for your spouse, maybe for everyone but yourself. And now, you deserve something softer, something that brings you peace, not pressure. In this video, I am going to share 7 gentle habits that can help you create a home that supports you, not one that overwhelms you. These are not hard rules. These are kind rhythms, thoughtful practices, little choices that feel good to your soul and still get things done. So if you've ever looked around your home and thought, why can't I keep up anymore? Take a deep breath. You are not alone. And more importantly, you are not the problem. A different way to see yourself. You've spent a lifetime showing up for others. You've made meals, paid bills, folded endless loads of laundry. Maybe you raised children. Maybe you cared for aging parents. Maybe you worked full-time while still keeping everything together at home. But through all of that, no one gave you a guide. No one taught you how to balance life's constant demands with grace, especially when you are the one everyone turns to. And now, maybe you feel like you are falling behind. You look around and think, why is this so hard now? The truth is, it is not your fault. It is not that you are disorganized. It is not that you are doing something wrong. It is that you have never been shown a system, a rhythm, that actually works for your life the way it is today. Because life changes. Our bodies change. Our energy changes. What worked in your 30s may not work in your 60s or 70s. And that's not failure. That's life. And you, my friend, deserve a way to take care of your home that takes care of you too. So today, I want to help you see something clearly and gently. You are not the problem. The problem is the pressure. The problem is the unrealistic expectation that you should be able to do it all the time, and never get tired. You don't need to work harder. You need a new way, one that fits who you are today. Tip 1. Start with just one corner. Let's start here. When your home feels like too much, it's not because you're failing, it's because you're overwhelmed. You walk into a room and see 10 things that need your attention. The laundry, the cluttered table, the pile of unopened mail, the dishes from last night. You feel that urge to get it all done right now. And so you start bouncing from task to task, doing a little here, a little there, but never really finishing anything. By the end of the day, you're exhausted. And worse, you feel defeated, like all your effort didn't lead to peace. That's a heavy place to live in. But here's the truth. The problem isn't you. The problem is trying to do too much at once. That's why this first habit is so powerful. I call it one corner, one win. The idea is simple. Instead of tackling the whole house, choose one small area and bring it to completion. Just one. Not the whole bedroom, just your nightstand. Not the entire kitchen, just the sink. Not every shelf, just the one you see every morning. Pick it, clear it, clean it, make it feel fresh. Maybe even add a little beauty, a flower, a photo, a candle, and then stop. Don't rush into the next thing. Stand still for a moment. Look at that space. You just created calm. You see, your mind needs closure. It needs the reward of something being done, not halfway done. And when you finish even a small space, your brain registers that piece. It builds momentum. This is how real organization begins. Not with a list of chores, not with perfection, but with the choice to create calm in one small place. That small place becomes your anchor, your place to breathe. So today, don't ask, how do I clean the whole house? Instead, ask, where can I begin gently? Pick your corner, finish it with love, then rest. That's not falling behind. That's moving forward the wise way. Tip 2. Find your gentle rhythm. If you've ever spent an entire day cleaning, scrubbing floors, organizing cabinets, doing 3 loads of laundry, and then felt like the house unraveled in just 2 days, you're not alone. It happens to all of us. And it's not because we're doing something wrong. It's because deep cleaning alone doesn't create lasting peace. What creates peace is rhythm. A gentle rhythm is like a heartbeat in your home. It's not about pressure. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency, doing small things often enough that they hold everything together without exhausting you. Think of it this way. Instead of trying to do everything once a week, try doing a little bit each day. Monday can be for laundry. Tuesday for cleaning the bathroom. Wednesday might be the day you declutter one drawer. Thursday, maybe wipe down counters and toss expired food from the fridge. Friday, just straighten up the main living space. Saturday and Sunday, rest or catch up gently if you feel like it. This rhythm is not rigid. It's not a checklist to punish yourself with. It's a guide. A soft structure that you create based on your life, your needs, and your energy. The beauty of rhythm is that it gives your brain a plan. So you stop worrying all the time about what you haven't done. You know what's coming, and that makes everything feel lighter. The best part? Rhythm allows you to forgive yourself. If you don't get to the bathroom on Tuesday, you know it's not the end of the world. You'll try again next week. No guilt, no shame, just grace and a return to the rhythm. You've already lived through enough pressure. You don't need more of it in your home. What you need now is ease, flow, a pattern that supports you, even on the hard days. So start small. Create a rhythm that feels good in your body. Even 10 minutes a day can create a huge difference when it's done with love and consistency. Remember, rhythm isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, more often. Tip 3. Let go of what no longer fits. There's a quiet kind of stress that lives in overcrowded spaces. It's the kind you don't always notice until you open a drawer and feel your shoulders tense. Or you look around a room and feel emotionally drained without even knowing why. The truth is, clutter weighs more than we realize, not just physically, but emotionally. That's why one of the most powerful things you can do for your home and your peace of mind is this. Let go of what no longer fits your life. We're not just talking about clothes that no longer fit your body. We're talking about objects that no longer serve your season. That craft supply box from 10 years ago. The drawer full of cords you no longer use. The coffee mugs that multiply behind every cabinet door. The gifts you kept because you felt guilty, not because you actually enjoy them. Many of us were raised to save things just in case. We keep extras, duplicates, things we might need one day. But what we're really doing is holding on to mental weight. Every item you don't use is another decision waiting to be made, another thing your eyes and brain have to process every time you walk past it. You may think you're disorganized, but maybe you've just been trying to manage more than your home can hold. Here's a shift that changes everything. Before you try to organize anything, ask this simple question. Do I really need this in my life today? You don't need to declutter your whole house in one afternoon. In fact, I hope you don't. That's not the goal. The goal is lightness. Start with one small space, maybe a bathroom cabinet or that one kitchen drawer you avoid opening. Pick up each item and gently ask yourself, is this useful? Is this meaningful? Or is it just taking up space and energy? The point isn't to live with less for the sake of being minimal. It's about living with only what supports you now. When you begin to remove what's outdated or unnecessary, your home breathes. You breathe. Your mind clears. Suddenly, it's easier to clean, easier to relax, easier to be. Letting go is not loss. It's liberation. Tip 4. Real homes are not perfect. And that's a good thing. Let's be honest. We've all seen the pictures. You know the ones I mean. The perfectly folded towels in color-coded closets, the sparkling kitchens where every jar is labeled, every counter spotless, and every drawer a masterpiece of organization. It looks beautiful, sure. But do you know what it also looks like? Unrealistic. Because real homes, your home, they do not look like that every day. Real homes are lived in. They hold life. They hold people. And people bring energy, mess, movement, and change. Some days, your home might feel calm, quiet, and neat. But other days, there may be a dish or two in the sink, a blanket tossed across the couch, a bag left by the door. And guess what? That's not a failure. That's just a Tuesday. One of the most damaging beliefs we carry is the idea that a home must be perfect all the time to be in order. That if something is out of place or left undone, we've somehow failed as homemakers, as women, or even as people. But that's simply not true. It's not fair, and it's not kind. The women I know who live with real peace in their homes don't strive for perfection. They focus on function, on flow, on what matters most. They keep their homes in a rhythm that works for them, not for a photo shoot. They know that the bed doesn't have to be made military style. It just has to feel good when you crawl in at night. That the kitchen doesn't need to be spotless, but it should have space to make a sandwich without frustration. That the living room doesn't need to impress anyone, but it should invite you to sit down and exhale. So, let go of the myth of perfection. It's not serving you. Instead, pick 2 or 3 anchor spaces. These are areas that give you a sense of calm when they're in order. Maybe it's your bedside table, or your kitchen sink, or your favorite chair. Focus on keeping those spots steady, not spotless, just steady. When life gets busy or hard, and it will, let those be the places that bring you back to center. The rest of the house can flow around them. Some days will be messier than others. That's not disorder. That's life happening. And life is not meant to be controlled. It's meant to be lived. Remember, your home is not a display case. It's a living space. It's where your story unfolds, not where perfection lives. And the beauty of your life, the real, honest, beautiful truth, is far more valuable than any tidy shelf. So give yourself permission. Permission to have a day off, to leave the dishes, to rest when your body says rest. That doesn't make you lazy. That makes you wise. You've earned the right to live in a home that reflects you, not someone else's standard. A home where peace matters more than polish, where love matters more than labels, and where perfection, it has no power here.
Tip 5. Honor your energy, not just the clock. Let's talk about something that almost no one teaches us, but should, and it's this. You are allowed to live according to your energy, not just your clock. So many women grew up believing that their worth was measured in how much they could do, that a good day meant a long list was completed, that rest was something to earn, that the house should be clean before you sit down, that you must always be moving or you're falling behind. But here's the truth. You are not a machine. You are a woman, and your energy is sacred. Our energy changes with the seasons of our life. It changes with our sleep, with the weather, with our emotions, with our health. And especially as we age, there are days when we wake up feeling clear and strong, and other days when we feel foggy, tired, or achy before the sun even rises. That's not weakness. That's wisdom in the body asking for care. And that's why this tip is so important. Begin each day by asking yourself, what do I honestly have to give today? Not what you should do, not what the to-do list demands, but what you can do with the energy you have without draining yourself. If you feel strong, that's wonderful. Tackle a project, fold that laundry, vacuum a room, let the energy flow. But if you feel tired or slow or emotionally tender, then honor that. Lighten the load. Choose one small task. Dust a surface, open a window, water a plant, and then sit and breathe and know that you've done enough. This isn't laziness. It's living with presence. You've lived through enough pressure in your life. You don't need more. What you need now is peace. What you deserve now is kindness, especially from yourself. The truth is, when you begin to organize your life around your energy, everything feels easier. You stop forcing. You start flowing. The guilt fades because you're no longer judging yourself by impossible standards. You're responding to life in real time, with grace. Let me remind you of something deeply important. Your home does not care how much you do in a day. It cares that you're well, that you feel safe, that you move through it with ease. And if that means doing just a little today, that's enough, because you are enough. So tomorrow, when you wake up, skip the pressure of the long list. Instead, take a breath and ask, how do I feel today? Then choose a task that matches that feeling. Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, maybe it's just resting. Whatever it is, let it be enough. Because when you honor your energy, you honor your life. And at this stage in life, that kind of wisdom is not optional. It's essential. Tip 6. Use the 2-minute reset rule. Sometimes the most powerful changes come from the smallest habits. You don't need a 4-hour cleaning routine or a detailed schedule to feel more in control at home. What you need is momentum, a sense that little by little you're making progress without exhausting yourself. And that's exactly why this simple rule can change everything. I call it the 2-minute reset. Here's how it works. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. That's it. That's simple. No pressure, no long list. Just a gentle rule to guide you through your day, helping you chip away at the clutter without even realizing it. You walk past a coat on the chair, hang it up. It takes under 2 minutes. You finish a cup of tea, rinse the mug, and place it in the dishwasher. You get the mail, sort it right away and toss the junk. See a pillow out of place? Fluff it. Done. Each of these things by itself is small. So small it might feel insignificant, but these little resets have power. Not because they're hard, but because they're consistent. When you respond to messes in the moment, you stop them from growing, and that gives you space. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. What's beautiful about the 2-minute reset is that it also builds self-trust. You prove to yourself that you can take action. Even on tired days, you don't need to fix the whole room. You just need to pick up the one thing in front of you. Over time, that adds up. A little effort becomes a lighter home. A lighter home becomes a lighter heart. This habit also helps with something deeper, your relationship with time. Many older women feel like they're racing against the day. There's always more to do than there is energy to do it. But when you live with the 2-minute reset in mind, you're not rushing. You're simply staying present. You're working with time, not against it. You can even create little pockets in your routine. A morning reset after breakfast, a midday reset after lunch, an evening reset before you settle in. Not cleaning marathons, just gentle care, just a touch here and there, a reminder that your home is your partner, not your burden. And if something feels like too much for now, that's okay. Walk past it. You'll come back later. This is not about doing everything. It's about doing what you can, when you can, in the easiest way possible. Because at the end of the day, your home doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs your presence. And 2 minutes of that, it goes a long way. Tip 7, create a sanctuary space just for you. This final habit might be the most important of them all because it's not about cleaning or organizing or creating structure for everyone else. It's about you, about giving yourself permission to have a space that belongs to no one else, a space that doesn't serve a task, a space that doesn't need to be productive, a space that simply exists for your peace. I call it your sanctuary space. And no, it doesn't have to be a whole room. It can be a chair by the window where the light feels just right in the morning. It can be a little corner of your bedroom with your favorite blanket and a book. It can be a tray on a table with a candle, your Bible, a journal, or even just your favorite teacup. The point isn't what it looks like. The point is how it makes you feel. Your sanctuary space should feel like an exhale, a place where the noise stops, where no one asks you for anything, where nothing is expected from you, where you don't need to explain, organize, entertain, or complete. You simply get to be. Think of how much of your life has been spent making space for others. Children, partners, guests, work, chores. There's beauty in that. But now you deserve something too. A corner of the world that's just yours, one that honors your needs. This space becomes more than just a seat or a setup. It becomes a symbol of your value, your rest, your joy. It reminds you that you are not just the caretaker, the planner, or the helper. You are a woman with depth, with feelings, with a soul that still needs quiet and beauty and grace. You can make it as simple or special as you like. Maybe add a photo that reminds you of someone you love, or a lamp with soft lighting, a shawl that keeps you warm, some fresh flowers, or even dried lavender. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to feel like home inside your home. And here's the most important part. Visit this space. Sit in it every day, even for a few minutes. Make it your morning ritual or your evening pause. Let it hold your breath, your prayers, your laughter, your stillness. This isn't self-indulgence, it's self-respect. You've given so much of yourself to others, and now your sanctuary is a small but powerful way to give something back to you. Because at this stage in life, peace is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And your sanctuary space is your daily reminder that your peace matters deeply. So go ahead. Make it, claim it, keep it. That space is your gift, and you are worth every inch of it. You are not behind. You are becoming. You've just walked through 7 gentle habits, each one simple, each one powerful. And maybe right now you feel something shifting, not just in your home, but inside your heart. Because this wasn't just about cleaning or organizing. This was about reclaiming peace, releasing guilt, and remembering that you are allowed to live in a home that works with you, not against you. You've learned that starting small isn't failure, it's wisdom. That letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making space to breathe. That rhythm matters more than routines. That presence matters more than perfection. And above all, that your energy, your peace, your needs, they matter too. You don't need to be someone else. You don't need to go faster. You don't need to chase perfection. You just need to begin right where you are with what you have. So as we close, I invite you to pick just one habit to begin with. Maybe it's your 2-minute reset. Maybe it's creating your sanctuary space. Or maybe it's as simple as letting go of one thing that no longer fits your life. Whatever you choose, let it be gentle. Let it be yours. And let it be enough. because your home doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to feel like a place where you can breathe again. And you, dear friend, deserve nothing less than that. If this message spoke to your heart, I hope you'll subscribe and stay with us. Here at Wise Elders Insight, we're building a space for women just like you, wise, strong, and ready to live lighter. You are not behind, you are becoming, and peace is not a dream. It's a choice, a rhythm, a practice, and it begins with you.